evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Salt Lake City as we get ready for semifinal number 2 here in the 2015 ACHA Men's Division II National Championships, as our second semifinal tonight pits the winners of Pool B versus Pool D, as the Lindenwood Lions, the 3 seed out of the Central Division, take on the New York Violets out of the Northeast Division, a number 3 seed as well, here on Utah Hockey Game Day Live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the broadcast. Matt Coma alongside Tom Marr for this one as we bring you today's second semifinals. We were treated to a great game between Florida Gulf Coast and Arizona State. The Eagles getting a 3-2 overtime victory. They will play the winner of this game coming up next at 7 o'clock tomorrow on Tuesday night here at the Salt Lake City Sports Complex, and what's going to be a great game here between these two teams. They went 2-1, but both teams went 2-1 in pool play. They started the tournament 2-0 for both these teams, but both teams coming off losses yesterday. A 2-1 loss against Boise State for the Lions and a 9-1 loss to the Liberty Flames for NYU. What can we expect from both teams tonight as they both essentially come off losses?
Well, I wouldn't read too much into it. I think, it was yesterday was sort of a meaningless game for both teams. They rested their first lines and their big players. I know NYU played their fourth line a lot, trying to just rest guys a little bit while still competing. Wouldn't read too much into it, but certainly I think there are some adjustments that both teams want to make given the results yesterday.
As we get ready to go for this second semifinal, warm-ups underway. We'll step aside and we'll hear from both the coaches as Dave Kurtz got time to sit with both coaches for Lindenwood and New York. You'll hear first from the Violets, Chris Centino for the Violets, and then you'll hear from the Lindenwood Lions, Gary Gardner, on their thoughts on this semifinal championship game.
Hey, right before we get started here with the ACHA second semifinal, I'm here with the head coach of NYU. And Coach, first of all, congratulations on making it to the semifinals.
Yeah, thanks. We're excited. We're we got a game to wait for here, but yeah, we're excited to get going.
All right, Coach, so you knew going into the rink yesterday that you had clinched just as your opponent, Lindenwood. How do you guys get your boys ready kind of yesterday, since they got kind of a little bit of a day off, if you would, to get ready to play Lindenwood tonight?
Yeah, the mindset doesnnt change for us. I mean, we've had a long season, a lot of ups and downs, but the mindset doesn't change. We're just going to go out there and play our hockey for 60 minutes and hope for the best.
All right, being able to take a Lindenwood, what are some things that you're going to try to do against them tonight?
Just play our game, play tough. I mean, it's going to be a grind for 60 minutes. Just take it one shift at a time, get some traffic on their goaltender, and have some fun.
All right, now you've had some tough times a little bit this year with your goaltender, finding out that he had a brain tumor, but things have been going well from what we heard, and your backup's really stepped up. Just take it for a second, tell me about him having to step into that role, and also just about what's going on with Daly.
Yeah, Sam Daly is a huge inspiration on this team, and he's with us on this trip. He's been with us for the past few weeks, and as a team, we've really come together, in support of Sam. And one of the big reasons for that, is Jack's playing net. Jack Neighbors stepped up in such a big way for us as a freshman, and hey, we're riding on Jack's shoulders right now, and he's able to handle the load.
All right, last question. You and I are standing here having this conversation tomorrow night at about 6 o'clock. If NYU does what?
We have to win. That's pretty simple. We got to win. So we'll get through tonight, then we'll talk about that later.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck to you. We'll talk to you during the game.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Brasty McGibbon with ACHA Division II Commissioner.
All right, folks, we're getting ready for the second semifinal of the ACHA Division II National Championships. I'm joined here by the head coach of Lindenwood, Gary Gardner. And Gary, first of all, congratulations on making it out of pool play.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Glad to be in it.
All right, now you had the advantage along with your opponent NYU of knowing that you were in the semis going into yesterday's game. What did you do to kind of keep your guys motivated yesterday and then kind of get them on point today?
Well, yesterday, I feel that we're one of the deeper teams in this tournament, and so we used our bottom guys more often yesterday than we sat our top guys. Actually, we put them in the stands. So we just told the bottom guys it's your chance to pick up the team, and you know, they're used to the big guys putting in the points and stuff like that. So we just went at it like that, and kind of when the puck dropped, and you know, we always try to battle to win games, and it just is what it is.
All right, now we've had conversation before about how Lindenwood's been slowly building up to this. You've made regionals, pretty much perennial. You made nationals a couple times. Now you finally got out of your pool. How important is it for your program to make the next step, not just to make it to the semis, but to get a chance tomorrow night to play for the Cup?
Oh, this is huge. You know, I mean, everybody knows that the success that the Division I program has at Lindenwood, and we've been, you know, I've been with this program for 7-8 years with the D2 team, and you know, my coaching staff and I have really worked hard to get to this moment, and you know, we're definitely appreciative of it. And when I got 12 seniors that really picked us up and put us in this situation, and it's been awesome, you know, because I got some guys that are alumni that have been texting me the last couple days, and you know, they've been a part of it too to get this program from where it's at. So to have two strong programs coming out of Lindenwood, it's definitely a blessing.
All right, last question for you, Coach. What does Lindenwood need to do from you and me to be having a conversation tomorrow evening about 6 o'clock, preparing for them to play for the Cup?
The lucky question. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the way we practice and the way I preach and my coaching staff preaches, and you know, we try to get these guys, you know, to just play a simple hockey game. You know what I mean? We're trying to get pucks in good areas on the ice, making sure we're keeping the play in front of us, use our forecheck to our advantage, and make sure that, you know, we're back checking to the, you know, back to the house. And you know, biggest thing for us is trying to win off the dot right away, taking possession out of the team, and just playing our game. You know what I mean? It's just another 60 minutes, and that's how we take it.
All right, Gary. Well, best of luck to you, and we'll talk to you during the game.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. Hey, right before we get started here with the ACHA.
All right, you heard from both coaches on both sides of the ice as we get ready for our second semifinal between NYU and Lindenwood, as Matt Coma and Tom Marr joining you here for this one as we get ready to go. For about a minute and a half left in warm-ups before we finally get underway. Final thoughts before we get going here, Tom?
Well, it's an interesting matchup, I think, because these two teams met up at Nationals last year in the second game of pool play. Lindenwood sent NYU home, ultimately, after the result of that game. And Lindenwood's a big team. They're physical. They like to agitate you. They like to draw up penalties like that. And NYU's a team that's kind of struggled with their discipline. So I think that's going to be the story here. Lindenwood capitalizes on the opportunities they're given. So you can't take penalties against them. So for NYU, it's about being disciplined and sticking to your game. And for Lindenwood, they're going to continue to do what they do. They're big, physical, and mean. They got some guys that can shoot the puck really well. It's going to be another great game.
And it's going to be a great game in between the pipes as well. We've had two stellar goaltenders on both sides of the ice for this one. Jack Naba having a great tournament for NYU so far. Also for Lindenwood, Tim Craig is going to most likely be the starter for Lindenwood here tonight, as both these goaltenders playing some solid hockey over the last 3 days, and I don't expect anything less between the two tenders here tonight.
Yeah, the goaltending's been really good this weekend. Not surprising, but you know, when you pit the best of the best against each other, sometimes you expect you know, a highlight reel fest, but this hasn't been the case here this weekend. The goaltending's been excellent.
So warm-ups drawing to a close here as we get ready to go for our second semifinal here on Utah Hockey Game Day Live. Game 26 of 27 for the tournament, as we've been here all weekend long. Tom's been here as well, helping us out call the NYU games as the teams will finalize their warm-up procedures. So without further ado, we'll send it downstairs to our public address announcer John Bass for our starting lineups and national anthem here in semifinal number 2.
Right defense, number 2. John Thompson, Lyman Rusty Rowe, and Travis Larson. Now please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets fragile, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
All right, hockey fans getting ready for our second semifinal of the night. Winner takes on Florida Gulf Coast in tomorrow's championship game. Starting lineups, if in case you missed it, first for NYU, in goal will be number 33, Jack Naba, and defense will be number 2, Arthur Grimm, and number 11, Evan Ripley. Forward line, Michael Conslato, Nico Masota, and Steven Esposito. Round out the starting five for NYU. As for Lindenwood, starting in goal is number 31, Tim Craig. On defense, number 2, Nick Carey, and number 3, Taylor Wolf. And on the forward line for the Lions today, John Mulligan, Brendan Church, and Kyle Vessling round out the starting five for Lindenwood. It's the Lions and Violets, or Bobcats, which way you would like to call it.
Depends on the day of the week there, Matt, but
Well, you're from New England, so what is the actual mascot?
well, we're the Violets, but some of our varsity teams are the Bobcats, so it throws people off.
So we get underway. Puck drop for semifinal number 2, Violets and Lions here on Utah Hockey Game Day Live. Stretch pass from NYU goes off target as the Lions able to cut it off. They'll send it back into the zone, just chipped up in the near side by Ripley. Now moving forward is Conslato, just sending it into the zone. Masota will go after it, getting to it first though is Wolf. Teams battling for it down low now. Swirts here to the near side. Carey will pick it up with time to skate. Center pass hits the blue line, moving forward Church. Sent all the way down, no icing as going in, sending a shot in front, but blocked by Grimm. Near side now, Conslato. Teams battling down low, now comes back to Conslato here on the near side. He'll move it forward, just floating it high in the neutral zone. Glove down by Church. Looking for someone to pass to. He'll give it up in the near side, trying to find Mulligan, but poked away by Grimm. Lindenwood back on the forward movement here as they'll just send it in as Mulligan floats one just past the pads of Naba. NYU controls on the far side now. Grimm up the boards, just sent all the way down by Cambria. Craig out of his net to control it for the Lions. Backhanded pass far side, finds his man. It's Scott moves forward for Lindenwood, gaining the red line, sending it in, no icing. NYU back, sending it up the far side. Scott gets a stick to it. Hacked out a couple times now. A centering pass off a stick, still loose as Roos tried to fire one home, still loose. Finally, puck comes near to the near side as they tried to send it on frame, but went wide. NYU trying to move it forward, taken away by Lindenwood, is holding, is the defensive pair for Lindenwood. Far side now, here's Gross. Backhanded pass, finds Rossman. Rossman tries to send it in off a skate as Gross tries to send one as well. Still no shots here as Lindenwood's controlled the pace here early. Tom Emery holding in his own zone. Goes across the ice to Gross. Center pass too far for his man. Now Roberts able to cut the pass off. He'll move forward. Roberts' shot was tipped wide. Stumbling to the ground was Golette as it comes back behind. NYU trying to break it out now. Up the near side, boards McDonald. Pushes it ahead, O'Hara will send it in off the glass. Set front, Craig spills it, but good poke check from the Lions. Send in front and off a skate out of the zone as the Violets regroup. Varney will send it in as it goes back behind Craig. One-on-one battle, able to step off a man, but send in front right to Lindenwood. As Leslie moves forward now, center pass near side, Wolf fires one, save Neba. Second try off the side of the net, and now Neba will cover it. As he's able to trap it with that right pad or left pad of his, and we get our first whistle with 17:21 to go.
Both teams with a few chances here early on. I think NYU's defense are used to. They like playing it safe.
Backhanded out by Ripley, glove down though by Lindenwood. Now a center pass is Church's shot off the glove of Neba, couldn't hold on to it. Gathered by his defenseman. Ripley trying to send it up the near side and being tangled up with one of his own men. As now giving help now is Jorgensen. Back behind for Ripley as the Violets try to set up a breakout here. Picking up is Morgan, moving far side. Able to dodge a stick check, backhanded it in on Craig. He'll cover this one. And we get a stoppage of play with 16:49 to go. So Lindenwood controlling that first minute and a half or so. NYU starting to get their feet here as we get a little bit closer or further into this first period.
Yeah, neither team with a quality chance yet, which is pretty consistent with most of the action we've seen at Nationals. Not too many quality opportunities either way. Got to settle for the dirty goals.
Bonin against Esposito in the face-off circle, won by Lindenwood as they go D-to-D behind their own net. Passed up the near side boards. Leslie trying to center pass off a stick. Leslie will jump it in, but Lindenwood offside, forced to tag up. Now time for NYU, pass up the far boards. Moving ahead is Esposito. Tries to send one across, instead rings it around the boards. Now to the point, a shot is blocked. As having to go back is Varney. Near side, Consolado can't hold on, gives it to Masota. He'll fire a shot, it's saved by Craig. And he'll hold on for a whistle with 16:19 to go. So a good scoring chance for NYU's scoring line out there as Esposito, Consolado, and Masota head back to the box, or head back to the bench.
Lindenwood's already made a habit of blocking shots, which is another consistent trend here at Nationals. Teams paying the price.
Face-off won by the Lions, moving forward. Near side pass, Rossman. He gets tripped up and he won't get a call as he just stepped on the stick of one of the Violet defensemen. Still holding on to it is Rossman though as he moves far side. Holding in the corner, tries to go to the point. Allen with a shot, it's blocked, kicked down by the Violets. Stumbling down to his feet was Scott as he was tied up. Violets now control, near side pass. Fortunato up the near side boards, helped along by Richardson. Only to the hash marks as it's sent back out. Glove down by Drury as he tried to push it forward, cut off by NYU. D-to-D pass in the neutral zone. Center pass over the stick of Cambria, back to Lindenwood. Chandler holding near side, he'll go back far side, trying to find Allen, with pass was too forward for him. Lions will reset again. Past the 4-minute mark here of the period, still no score as it's tipped in. Roberts now controlling, he couldn't hold on to it though. Taken away by NYU, pushing forward now. O'Shaughnessy trying to get it past the defense as they go one-on-one to the corner. Set in front, kicked away by Craig, still loose down there. As O'Hara trying to send it in front. Instead rings it around the near side, kept in by Ripley. Sent behind the boards, far side, too far for the stick of O'Hara. He'll try a backhand pass, was cut off. He'll send it back behind, now sent in front, and Lindenwood will ice this puck. And NYU will touch it up with 14:49 to go here in this opening period. Still no score, shots 3-2 in favor of the Lions.
Definitely a slower pace than I expected here early on. I almost wonder if these two teams are...
3-on-1. Now another break it out. Drury, far side pass. Barry will Lions doing well in the faceoff circle, unable to win that draw as it's a turnover down low, poke to the corner. Good check down low by Mulligan as he tries to play to the point, unable to settle it was Wolf. He has to race all the way back. Violets take that opportunity to make a line change. Outlet pass cut off by Esposito at his own blue line, plays it to the far side, and we get a whistle. I believe too many men on the ice. And that is going to be the call, and it's to New York University. And it'll be our first penalty of the night. So a untimely change for NYU leads to our first penalty of the night.
And Matt, that's something that we've seen lots of here in this national tournament, is the idea of guys getting picked up for two-man men on normally in the regular season, but they're really watching out for it here at the Nationals.
So penalties are to work on the as it was deflected wide. Vesling up to the point, unable to hold it again was Wolf. Now it's our foot. First is Gillette. He stumbles down from his backside, able to clear it out of the zone. 1:23 left in the power play time as the set pass to Church, able to leave it. And it's a far side pass, unable to hold on to it. Was Vesling, still hacking at it. Now comes out of the zone, only to the red line. Wolf, near side pass carry. Center pass, finds Church with time near side. He'll fire off the top of the stick of Neba and goes wide. Floated pass from the top of the point. Wolf cut off by NYU, and Ripley will send it all the way down. Both teams change up their power play units. Under a minute left to go in power play time. 12:30 to go here in the period as the Lions move forward. Far side pass finds Roos, trying to send it across, but cut off as it's sent all the way back down by McDonald. Lindenwood setting up their power play breakout once again. Moving forward now is Chandler. Far side pass, Allen. Allen bounces in front, backhand, cut off though by Graham, and he'll send it all the way down with under 30 left in it. Lions try again near side. Allen up to the red line. Rossman pushed ahead for Scott into the offensive zone, played into the corner. Final 10 seconds of power play time. As a man goes down, as it comes to the point, a wild shot from the point. Easily picked up by the Violets, and they'll clear one last time as they head back to full strength. The shot on net to Craig pushes into the side. As Consolado gets tripped up, and it'll be a penalty to Lindenwood here as Colin Chandler couldn't keep his feet, ended up taking out Consolado in the process, and now the Violets, after killing that penalty successfully, will now get a chance to score on the man advantage.
It's a pretty tough call to make there. It's always difficult to tell when a player is, it's a genuine accident when a player gets tripped up like that, but obviously the refs feel like these calls here all night, call a strict game.
So penalty is to number 14, Colin Chandler. It's 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 8:30 of the first period as we have a false start on our face-off. We'll reset. We'll see if we'll see any new centers. As it looks like it'll still be the same two opponents. It's won by the Lions and immediately cleared all the way down the ice. Good draw win for the Lions. They've done well in the face-off circle so far here today. As now the Violets set up their breakout. With speed up the far side. Walking through people is Richardson. Leaves it for Cambria far side. Up top to the point. Johnson walking towards the center. He'll fire a wrister that just went wide. Bouncing puck here on the near side. Sent low slot. Kicked around a couple times. Just went wide of the net. Cambria up top to the point. Varney sends it back down low. Walking in. Across the trees. No stick found for NYU. Far side, quick pass near side. Cambria shot, saved by Craig. Racing forward here near side is Wolf with two Violets. As it squirts out, a good stick lift from Richardson able to play to the far side. Deep was in the middle of playing back. Now moving forward, Varney with time shoots, was deflected wide. As the defense got a piece of it. 2-on-2 in the corner. Puck comes behind the net for Allen. And he will fire it down the ice with under a minute to go in the power play. NYU set to break out once more out of their offensive zone. As they leave it for Ripley. Cross ice pass. Esposito, trouble holding on to it. Now pushed forward. A shot from Leslie is saved by Neba. He doesn't know where it is as it came behind him, but just trickles wide. Scary moment for the Violets in their own zone as they break it out once again. Under 20 seconds left in the power play. Masota unable to move it past the blue line onside, and we get a stoppage of play with 9:46 to go. 16 seconds left in the power play, and it leads us to our first media timeout. Or what? No, it will not, as we still have a power play here. So we will have a face-off here on the near side. Roos against Esposito. It's won by the Violets. Conslato back to Grimm, center all the way around the boards. 10 seconds left in the power play. Comes out. Conslato. Far side pass. So caught by Grimm. Back shot went wide. As Esposito battles, penalty time over. As Lindenwood back to full strength. Set in front, tipped off the side of the net. Far side, Conslato set up to the point. Grimm one time, tipped just one. Far side, Lindenwood. Near side pass now. Chandler gains the red line. Now Lions will make their change. Far side now moving forward, McDonald. Near side pass, O'Hara. Walking through the neutral zone, backhand off the stick of Craig, floats back to the top of the zone, now breaks out the Lions. Church far side, trying to send one in front off of a stick, comes in front to Neba, gets a glove on it as everybody comes towards the frame. And we get a stoppage of play and a timeout on the ice. 8:41 to go here in period number 1. No score here in the semifinal. Winner moves on to the national championships. We'll take a quick break and we'll have the rest of the first period in just a minute.
The 2015 ACHA Men's Division II National Championships on Utah Hockey Game Day Live are brought to you by GreatSkate.com, Gong Show Hockey Apparel, Aero Sports, the official equipment supplier of the ACHA, Reagan National Advertising, and the Utah Sports Commission.
All right, fans, welcome back as we have our media timeout. 8:41 to go here in the first period. Both teams have now had a power play opportunity. Shots still leaving at 7-6 in favor of Lindenwood. Guys, Matt Colma alongside Tom Marr and David Kurtz. What have you guys seen so far here in this first period?
I think both teams have gotten some pretty good looks here early on. I think NYU's got the momentum right now. They had a couple of really good opportunities. But Lindenwood's kind of scared Neba and the NYU defense a bit. So it's been pretty exciting, honestly, despite the score.
And I'm a little surprised that you haven't seen a little bit more physicality by Lindenwood. They've got some big guys out there, and see if they can try to impress their will physically upon the Violets early here.
NYU able to break it out of the zone as Conslato will float it towards the net of Craig. Able to catch it right in the breadbasket. It will be a face-off here on the near side with 8:28 to go. As it seems like the Violets have had the better scoring opportunities between the two, but still trailing the shot count.
Yeah, for sure. And Lindenwood, they've shot the puck pretty much from everywhere and almost had a few close calls on Neba there.
Lions win yet another face-off as they've been great in the face-off circle here in this first period. They'll move it forward now up ahead. Moving forward, Leslie. Center pass. Cut off, though, is a nice play from Ripley. Sends a pass up the near side. Sent back in, though, by the Lions, up the boards. Conslato, bouncing puck, settled by Masota. He'll move forward. 4 Lions to beat. Dodges the first man, but good cancel out by Wolf. And now moving forward, Carey. The backhand pass cut off, though, by Johnson. Grimm helps out as well, Ripley helps out. Plays it to Conslato. He'll make a change as he sends it to the far corner. Rest of NYU joins him. Lindenwood with time to skate is holding back behind the net is Chandler. Goes to the far side. Allen back to Chandler. 7:35 to go in the period. Still no score as it's floated all the way down. This will be icing if it makes it. And the whistle is blown as NYU touches up and will come back towards Craig with 7:30 to go. Shots have not changed since we came back from the media timeout, although we've seen a shot from NYU. So it is 7-7. As a face-off, once again, won by Lindenwood. Allen, far side. Chandler with time. A deflected puck goes into the NYU zone. Getting to it first is Mulligan. He takes a check, helping out the rest of the forward line for Lindenwood. Church and Vestling down there helping out as Mulligan tried to play it up the boards. It was cut off by Cambry. Now he moves forward, trying to make a 3-on-2 for NYU. Center pass, shot, saved by Craig, still loose, gathered by Lindenwood and pushed forward. Now here's Vestling, stumbling, able to get past the stick check. Now a 2-on-1. Vestling looking for someone in front, gets tripped up, and it'll be a penalty on the Violets here with 6:51 to go. Tripping the call.
Desperation play there by Dakota Richardson, a forward coming back. Does what he has to do to prevent a scoring opportunity, but unfortunately takes a penalty for it. And as we said, it feels like the refs are going to call pretty much everything here early on based on what we've seen.
We've already seen more penalties in this game than we saw all in the first semifinal, as we only saw 2 penalties called in that game. We've now had 3 in this one. As the Lions win another faceoff, unable to keep it in the zone, though, forced to retreat back to neutral ice. Penalty was to Dakota Richardson. It's 2 minutes for tripping. Here as we get past the halfway point of the first period. Near side now, Wolf. Lions now set up the power play. They're 0 for 1 tonight. Wolf, near side. Rossman across the ice was a carry with a shot. It's blocked. Back to Wolf. Holding at the top of the point, far side carry, gets it back. Wolf, a drive, blocked to the corner. Got Ripley in the shin as he stumbles around. Now back to the point, carry to Wolf. Walking in this time, fires a wrister that's off the glass. NYU able to clear a big hit on the far side by Arthur Graham as he was able to blow up the Lindenwood forward and clear that puck out of the ice, or out of the zone, excuse me. 1 minute to go left in power play time as Lindenwood moves forward now. Wolf holding in the neutral zone. Far side pass. Finds his man. Vestling will send it down low. Church can't get a stick to it. It settles out to Neba. He wanted to cover it. Instead, cleared out by the NYU defense. Far side pass, Church. Floated back. As Chandler now will move it in himself under 35 seconds left in the power play. Rung around to the far side, Fortunato. Trying to clear it out, they do. As still moving forward, Conslato just able to get it out. Lions back in control though. Center pass over the stick of Mulligan to the far side. NYU will clear. Coming up on 5 minutes to go here in the period. Left in the power play. As the Lions move forward, Allen, center pass. Settled by the Lions moving forward now. Boning trying to send it in front, was cut off by the Violets. They'll send it all the way down. That'll do it for the power play as we're back to full strength. Allen far side, able to sidestep a check, plays it back behind for carry. Near side pass. Vestling trying to move forward. Or excuse me, that was Mulligan trying to move forward. Still battling with the rest of the Violets. Finally poked away from him, gathered by Johnson. Davey Johnson into the zone, fires one at the blue line. It's blocked by Boning. Now another attempt, moving in. Richardson, a shot, just getting a piece of it was Craig. Here to the near side. Floated pass, cut off though. Varney trying to chip it back in. Now floated pass up ahead, now Leslie. Leslie, top of the circles. Good defensive play by Varney. Springs Richardson. 2 men to beat as the rest of the Violets change. He'll hold far side and just chip it in and change as well as we reach 4 minutes to go. Shots even at 8 apiece right now as both teams have had chances to score. As it comes to the point, a shot from O'Shaughnessy was blocked and cleared out by Lindenwood. Robertson at the blue line fires one wide of Neva. Far side pass, O'Hara near side now, McDonald. McDonald in the zone off of the skate of Gross, back behind the net, sent in front, no one there off of a Lindenwood skate. Back out to the neutral zone. Near side pass, O'Hara around the boards to the far side. Lindenwood patiently waiting for it with Roos. Back behind, gathered by the defense. Ingman will hold, will give it near side for Gross. Gross will chip it into the NYU zone, cut off by Gillette and sent back out. Outlet pass now moving forward. Minnesota had it poked away from him. Now moving forward, Rossman. Into the near corner. Under 3 minutes to go. 2:55 on the clock. Rossman to the point. Tries to play it to the far side. Off a couple sticks. Minnesota trying to move forward, but a good stick lift from Carey. Near side pass, Scott. He'll float it high over the net. And on the far side now, Lindenwood will change. Now Lindenwood caught with too many men on the ice. Then NYU wants that call. No call coming from either official for that one. As we reset, far side now. Pass ahead. Church will just send it in. Mulligan gets there first for Lindenwood. Takes a check. Up to the point. Wolf sends a shot, but it's blocked by Masota. Now Conslato ahead. 3-on-3 is Conslato far side off the corner, back behind the net. Wolf will ring it around near side. Esposito can't hold. As it comes to Mulligan. Far side Vesling. 3-on-2 for Lindenwood. Vesling, far side shot. Save Neba. Loose in front. Poked away to the far corner. Back to the point of one time. Save by Neba. Held on with 1:51 to go.
Neba's getting some real good support from this defenseman. Neba's been giving up a few too many rebounds, but his defensemen are right there supporting him, getting the puck out of there, so that the streaking Lindenwood forwards can't capitalize and get another opportunity.
Reset on the far side with 1:51 to go. Lions with a shot off the draw. It's blocked. And now moving forward, 2-on-2. Richardson able to sidestep a man. 2-on-1. Richardson shot, score!
It's a great shot there by Richardson, NYU's leading goal scorer during the regular season. He loves the big stages. He's a big game player. And obviously shows his great hands and great shot there.
And what I liked there, Matt, was that he took that shot when he saw the defenseman coming over. A lot of times we've seen in this tournament, either the forward trying to drag himself into the body of the defender to maybe try to go backhand, or peel around and go around behind the net. He saw the defenseman come over and he shot it, and he was able to bury it short side.
So Dakota Richardson for NYU opens the scoring here with 1:40 to go here in the first period, as NYU able to send it out of the zone, glove down by Wolf, far side Carney, back near side Roos. Roos fanned on the first shot. David Johnson gets credited for the assist. As NYU high off the glass, this is out of play into the scorekeeper's box. As it hits one of the scorekeepers. Everybody looks like they're okay down here. With 1:19 to go.
I noticed right after that Richardson goal, things got a bit more physical, particularly on Lindenwood's end. And going back to what Dave said, yeah, they're a big team, so I definitely expected them to be physical from the drop of the puck, but they're picking it up now, down by a goal.
Goal hasn't been posted on the scoreboard just yet, but it is NYU ahead 1-0. Final minute and change here, the first period, as NYU holds behind their own net, as Ripley will now push it ahead. Into the neutral zone. He'll carry it into the offensive zone, but good back check from Mulligan. Able to take it away. Lions break it out as it comes here to the pass near side. Mulligan can't control. He'll take a check from Ripley. As it's kicked around by a couple skates. Now pushed forward. McDonald sends one. It's just off the side of the net. Over the far side, gathered by Lindenwood. Church will just play it behind as Carey will hold near side. Give it to Wolf. Try to go back for Church, back behind him. NYU, lucky for Lindenwood, was in the middle of a change. So we have the final 30 seconds here. And Lindenwood still looking for something to break out. They give it to the near side. Vesling can't dodge a check as it comes forward. Vesling a little slow to get up. As moving forward now is Conslato. To the point. Esposito tries to send it down low. Cut off. It's going to be another puck here right in front of us as the pucks are raining down on the scorekeeper's box with 9:9 to go. Usually we see it on your side, Dave, but we've seen a lot of pucks fly up here. Your color guy that we'll see here in just a couple here, Rassi McGibbon, almost with a blocker save in that first game.
Yeah, he did pretty good, though, but I thought he could have grabbed it. I thought it was a little weak. He kind of, our alligator armed it a little bit there. Not very good Canadian move.
Final 10 seconds here. Lindenwood able to clear it out of the zone off of a couple of sticks to the far side. NYU will try for one last shot, but it will just go into the zone, and the horn will sound to end our first period. The Violets get on the board late. They'll take a 1-0 lead here in the second semifinal into period number 2. As we wait, Rasty will go down, and we'll hear from the Lindenwood bench here in just a couple minutes. Before that happens, thoughts on the first period, guys?
Well, I think if you're NYU, obviously you're happy. You weren't happy with the discipline, maybe, but you made it work and got a 1-goal lead. If you're Lindenwood, I think you need to get back to that fast and furious style that you made a habit of playing in the second period.
All right, looks like Rasty has a guest for him. So we'll talk to the head coach, Gary Gardner, with the Lions as we hear what Lindenwood has to say after they trail 1-0 here in the first.
Rasty McGibbon, head coach of Lindenwood, Gary Gardner. Pretty well an even period until that goal right at the end. What did you like out of your boys in the first 20?
Well, I liked it early when we're getting deep and Preston are making them chase pucks back there, but they kind of got some breaks offensively, and they popped one on us. But we just got to keep going and keep pressing D and getting pucks.
Really impressed with your power play. Guys, trying to keep it simple, get it up to the point man, look for shots. Has been really a key to your success all year?
Yeah, actually, regular season, the regionals. And day before, we got some good looks. We weren't able to convert on a couple. Yeah, I mean, it's one of our strong points. We got, those top 5 patients.
For you guys getting, you think attitude advantage, guys?
All right, we're having some technical difficulties with Rasty's mic down there. We'll hopefully get that fixed up as he continues to chat with Coach Gardner. After 20 minutes of playing, the Violets ahead of the Lions 1-0 here in semifinal number 2. We'll be back with the second period in about 14 minutes as the winner moves on to play Florida Gulf Coast Violets. 2 periods away if the score holds from making that into that championship game. We'll find out who will come out victorious in the next 2 periods. 1-0 after the first. You're watching Utah Hockey Game Day Live. All right, hockey fans, welcome back to the Salt Lake City Sports Complex as we get ready for our second period with the Violets leading the Lions by a score of 1-0. Matt Coma, Tom Marr, Rasty McGibbon, David Kurtz all joining you here for this one as we get ready to declare another national finalist. The winner of this game takes on Florida Gulf Coast at 7 o'clock tomorrow. As it's been a good game between these two teams so far, only one goal on the board. Shots 10-8 in favor of Lindenwood after that first period. What can we expect? We thought we could see a more physical game in that first period. We didn't really see it though, Tom.
Yeah, I think Lindenwood is going to get after it here early on in the second. Definitely no reason to expect them to do anything else. Just get back to the game that they're known for playing. It's a fast, physical game. Got a lot of big guys in this roster that can skate really well and shoot the puck really well as well. So I think they're going to come out here with a lot of energy.
All right, so teams have switched spots this time. Lindenwood in the white jerseys with the gold and black trim will be moving right to left. NYU in the black jerseys with the white and purple trim moving left to right. As we get ready for our second period, no penalties carry over. Referee checks with everyone as the puck is dropped for period number 2 between NYU and Lindenwood. Face-off won by the Violets. They send it all the way down. It'll be an early icing call just 9 seconds in, 19:51 on the clock. And Lindenwood, we expect them to come out with a little intensity. They have a chance to show it here with an offensive draw.
Definitely, if you're NYU, you want to make sure you respond appropriately, which means not taking penalties, not being drawn into the agitation.
Lindenwood wins the draw but taken away by the Violets. They'll move forward now off the stick of Masota. Back to Lindenwood. Bounces off a couple of sticks, bounces off the stick of Boning. As tripped up was Ripley. He fires one through the crease. No one there to get a stick on it. Now the Lindenwood Lions move forward. Pass blocked by Leslie tried to throw it towards the front. We're going to get a penalty on NYU here. It's a slash. As Leslie's stick was broken in half by, looks like they haven't pulled someone over yet. As the referees come over and call the slashing call. I don't know who exactly the penalty's on. And it looks like it is to number 7. That'll be Nico Masota. And Lindenwood with its third power play opportunity of the night. 19:26 to go. Penalty is to Masota. It's 2 minutes for slashing. Lindenwood 0 for 2 so far on the power play. They go to work here as they win the draw. Far side Church, down low now Roos. Playing catch on that far side. Roos in the corner. Church. Still holding, gives it to the point carry. He'll come across the ice to Wolf. Fires one, save Neba. And cleared by NYU. Back carry. As it's far side kick to his stick by Church. Far side. As Mulligan sends one towards the frame as Neba able to make the easy save. And settle for a whistle with 18:55 to go. 1:29 left in power play time.
Yeah, and as we said in the first period, Lindenwood's getting their shots, but Jack Neba getting some real solid support from his defensemen who are clearing that crease and sweeping away any rebounds.
As we mentioned in that pregame, the goaltenders were going to be a big storyline in this one as they've both been playing quite well. Here's a drive from the near side. Wolf caught someone in front and caught the stick of Consolado, but it'll stay inside. Wolf he's got a lot on his shot the last couple times here on the power play.
Yeah, and he's 6'4", 235. Probably the biggest player I've seen in the ACHA. And his skating doesn't suffer for his size either. He's a real solid player.
Able to get most of his body weight up behind that shot when he's on that point. Unable to keep that puck in on the zone though as the Violets were able to clear. 1:10 left in the power play, comes near side, pass to Church. He'll come with speed, giving it to the far side. Wolf now holds, plays down low to the corner. Too far for Church, rung around the boards by Ripley. Carey cannot keep it in, now it's a race. Esposito takes it away, it's a chance at a 2-on-0, but Esposito jogged down. As no call came from the officials as they were stumbling. Esposito behind the net, trying to kill more time with the power play. 43 left in it. As Esposito battling with 3 lines, just plays it towards the top of the zone. They immediately cut off by the lines. Now they'll move forward 3-on-2. Near side, a shot. Saved by Neba, held on. With 17:55 to go in the period, 30 seconds on the power play. So Neba tested again. That pretty routine save though for the tender from Cape Town, South Africa, as Thomas mentioned to me.
Yeah, Lindenwood's got some pretty good looks here. Nothing crazy that they can really capitalize on. So that speaks to the support Neba's receiving from his defense and the forwards back checking.
Face-off won by NYU, rung hard off the boards, just tipped along and outside the zone. As Chandler will backhand it near side Allen. Back to Chandler, far side for Rossman. Rossman into the zone, coming near side, final 10 seconds of the power play as it comes to Allen. Allen back down low, Rossman gets it back now one time, didn't make it to Neba, and that'll do it for the power play as NYU moves forward now. On his own is O'Shaughnessy as he shoots, and it was deflected. Near side, NYU unable to keep it in. Rossman, he'll play back for his defense. Cross the ice pass, Chandler. Chandler into the zone, tried a shot that was deflected to the corner. Lions to make a wholesale change. Just floated all the way down off of a Lindenwood player, no icing. As going back to get it is Gross. Captain for the Lions plays it ahead. Boning, a shot is blocked. Bouncing puck in the slot, gathered by Lindenwood. A shot just went wide. Near side Grimm up the boards, Richardson. Center pass finds Cambria. 2-on-2. Cambria holds at the hash marks. Just plays into the corner. It's cut off by Gross as he now battles with Johnson. Still trying to get it out. It's cut off Richardson. Walking in. He'll fire one that's wide. Far side now able to keep it in. The Violets now down low. Richardson stick tied up. Comes near side. Boning. Boning ahead will just gain the red line. Able to send it all the way down. No ice. And after it now for the Lions is Drury. Harassed by two Violets. Taken away by Richardson as he floats to a backhand high over the defense. This will be icing as Wolf goes back to touch up with 16:02 left here in period number 2.
So yeah, I think Lindenwood really has picked up their physical play here early, making NYU's forwards pay a price along the boards. So that's what they want to do. It's a big part of their game. Force turnovers, cause NYU to make mistakes, maybe even draw a few penalties.
Offensive draw for the Lions was won by NYU. Cambria pushing straight forward. He gets taken out by a couple lines. And he will take the retaliation penalty here as it's going to be a slashing call on Cambria.
And to compound it, you have an icing call, so you're not allowed to change players. And plus, you have a fresh line coming out, which is the power play line for the Violets.
So everything going wrong for the Violets on that shift as they're unable to change due to the icing call. Cambria heads to the box. It's 2 minutes for slashing here with 15:54 to go in the period.
It's a brutal penalty to take at this point.
So the Lions, they need to get a goal here. They're 0 for 3. A shot deflected to the far side as Lindenwood comes back. Church, floated pass, cut off by the Violets and cleared. Good play from McDonald. Able to send that puck all the way down. Craig will help out his defenseman. His carry will move it near side. Pass ahead, Church. Dodging two stick checks as he floats the pass to the far side. Vesling back to Church, too far for his stick, and Carey able to keep that onside. Center pass in front. Mulligan near side, one time, just went wide. As Wolf went for that far corner with a lot of power on it. Comes out of the zone, 1:15 left in power play time. Far side pass off the stick of Roos, able to push it forward. So he brings it into the offensive zone. Roos canceled out by Grimm down low, helping out is Scott. Up to the point. Chandler back down low far side. Rossman walking in far side. Retreats back to the point. Chandler wrist shot deflected as Conslato got a block to it. Cross the ice Rossman. Up to the point. Another shot. This one wide. Down to the point Wolf. Back to Chandler. Send to the far corner. Roos knocked down by Grimm. Power. Rossman holding at the top of the circle. Still holding, NYU holding shape on their penalty kill. Pass to Rossman to the point. Wolf thinks about a shot that just went wide. Kept in, though, the zone by Chandler. Now finally cleared with 15 to go. And the Violets, good work holding that shape in their defensive zone, not allowing any passes into the slot for Lindenwood. Final 4 seconds of the power play here is it's back to center ice. Cambria out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey as Allen moves forward and is able to chip it down low. Both teams hack at it. Bouncing puck settled by Varney up at the far side. Or excuse me, that was Johnson that sent it. Or yes, it was Varney. As its center pass finds a man, Ingman. He stood up by Ripley. Ingman will go get another chance at it. It's an easy save for Neba. Crashing hard and earning a whistle. Neba with 13:30 left here in the period.
Esposito and Consolado for NYU, the key factors there in killing off that penalty. It can't be easy to lay out and block the shots of some of these big Lindenwood defensemen, but they did it and they got the job done.
And Lindenwood needs to take more shots. They were moving it around well, but they were trying to get the perfect shot right now, down 1-0. Sometimes you just got to blast it and go for the rebound.
Neba makes another save as it comes to the point. A one-time shot from Gross was blocked, still bouncing, gathered by the Violets. As it pokes away from one of the Violets to the far side, just sent in. As McDonald able to ring it around to the near side, O'Hara. To the point, kicked in, but not kept in. And it's Violets offside. They'll have to whistle here as O'Hara got tied up with, looks like, I think Dahlstrom down there in the corner. So it's an offside call on NYU. Here with 13:03 to go.
Leslie and Gillette with a great battle there in front of Neba. So that's what you need to do if you're Lindenwood. Get some of your bigger forwards and wreak havoc in front of Neba. Maybe you get a deflection. Maybe you draw a penalty from one of the more undersized NYU defensemen.
We just had a little shoving match out here right in front of the Lindenwood. Winamajeski, the defenseman for the Violets, number 17. So we'll have to watch that, see if that develops into something.
As we get down towards the second half of this semifinal, a shot from the neutral zone kicked aside by Craig. As he hasn't seen a whole lot of action in this second period. Lindenwood's controlled most of the play as they now push forward once again. Church able to ring it around as he was checked at the blue line. Mulligan trying to keep it in, poked out of the zone by NYU. Wolf cross-ice pass to the red line to carry, center pass. Vesling has his stick lifted and canceled out down to the near corner. D-to-D pass, sent up the far boards, trying to find a man, but cut off though by Church. Still holding down low is Morgan. Up to the point, Wolf can't keep it in. Now a race after it. Wolf will throw it back into the NYU zone. Lindenwood in the middle of a change there, almost too many men on the ice. As the Violets will just tip it down low. Consolado getting a touch to it to nullify the icing call. Rest of NYU changes. As Carey holds. Pass up the near side, too far for Scott. Back out of the zone though. Backhanded pass near side, cut off. As Carey goes far side for Rossman. Into the offensive zone. Stick gets past the stick of Ripley. Now they jam at it on the far side. Neba able to get a blocker or glove to it as it was trapped on the side of the net with 11:46 to go. As we have a little bit of a meeting in front. All 5 Violets in front of Neba. It's protecting your goaltender right there.
Absolutely, and preventing a potential rebound from coming out or from a Lindenwood player jumping in there and trying to, just smack the puck into the net.
Reset on the far circle as it's won back by the Violets here to the near side. As Minnesota tripped up but able to get it out of the zone. Roos far side pass finds Scott, sent it in front. Just pushed aside by Neva. Now to the point, Allen. Allen walking in a shot, pushed aside. Tried to send it in front with Scott cut off. As it comes to Rossman in the corner. Had the one goal for Lindenwood against Boise State yesterday as they fell 2-1, Rossman. And Scott in front, shot, score!
It's a great shot there. They beat Neba on the left pad. I don't think Neba even saw it.
A good shot from Christoph Roos And that's going to be a goal that ties this game up with 11-12 to go. So the Lions back in it. We're back to level terms as we get closer to the halfway point of the second semifinal. NYU able to win the draw back into their own zone, retreating Varney as he's able to get it out of the zone. Up ahead, near side pass Richardson. Fires a shot, save Craig loose on the back door, but sprawling and making a great save is Craig. As now we get a little bit of a tangle in front. As it looked like that was Vessling and Jorgensen that got tied up in front.
Definitely don't think Davey Johnson got all that he wanted on that puck. But that's because the Lindenwood defense and some of the forwards just back-checking hard, making sure they're there to clean up any loose pucks.
So we'll face on the far side. Craig with a good save to keep Lindenwood at a tie hockey game. As Lindenwood will just hold on to the puck, still moving forward. Far side pass tipped up high in the air. Gathered by NYU. Pass off target, as it's sent all the way back into the NYU zone. Wrapped up the far boards, keeping it in is Boning. Sent in front off the side, and then they hack at it, but Nabel with a good save. Still loose in front of the blue paint. It's up to the point. Lindenwood. Wolf tried a turnaround shot. He fanned on it. And NYU moves forward and just sent in by Jorgensen. Crazy sequence of events as Lindenwood's controlled the majority of this period. They'll move forward again. Here's Dahlstrom, a shot. It's blocked, loose in front. Ripley got a stick to it, cleared it over the far side. Gross with a shot. It was wide, still on the side of the net. Played to the far corner. Up top to the point, Gross. Plays it back. Holding down low, now to the point. A shot from Emery. Shot off the top of the boards. Bounces here to the corner. NYU able to settle things down as we reach the halfway point. 9:40 left. Moving forward now. Violets with a shot. It's saved by Craig. Kick to the far corner. Lindenwood back in control again. Lost control of the puck though. Emery back for Lindenwood. He's tied up as both players go down. And it's going to be a penalty to Lindenwood. Cross the ice pass off the skate of Fortunato. Delayed call as Neighbor to the box, Neighbor to the bench, 6-on-5. Still holding. Down low in the corner, NYU sets up to the point. It's tipped away, and it will go all the way down as we get a whistle with 9:06 left. As Lindenwood just got a stick to it. And it'll be a penalty to Lindenwood. It could have gone either way as it looked like both players were tied up there behind the net. And the culprit is Tom Emery, and he'll spend 2 minutes in the box.
Yeah, this is huge. Obviously, if you're NYU, they haven't really had any momentum, I don't think, in this period. It's time to change the pace for them. And this is going to be a game-changing moment for sure.
All right, when we come back, we'll have that power play for NYU as they try to regain the lead. 1-1 the score with 9:06 to go. You're watching the semifinals of the 2015 ACHA D2 Nationals here on Utah Hockey Game Day Live.
The 2015 ACHA Men's Division II National Championships on Utah Hockey Game Day Live are brought to you by Sherwood Hockey, Warrior Hockey, Howie's Hockey Tape, official tape provider of the ACHA, Speed's Power Equipment, and X-Mission Internet.
All right, welcome back to Salt Lake City. 1-1 the score. NYU about to go on the power play for just a second time tonight. They're 0 for 1 so far. Matt Coma, Tom Marr, Dave Kurtz, and Rasty McGibbon all joining you here for the second semifinal. Winner moves on to play Florida Gulf Coast tomorrow night. NYU's led the majority of this game. They'll have a chance to get back in front here as they start their second power play. Lindenwood able to win the draw here the near side. Kept in though by Grimm as he walks in. Leaves it behind Consolado. Consolado moving back and forth now to the point. Grimm cross the ice. Ripley. Settled down now. Ripley moves center. He'll fire a wrister. It's blocked here to the near corner. Trying to get to it. Now a 2-on-2 battle comes out for NYU as Masota Across the ice, Ripley. He'll fire a wrist shot, tip, score!
I think Esposito got a piece of that in front. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, the Evan Ripley bomb from the point has been a consistent plus for NYU throughout the regular season and in the postseason.
When you got put that squarely on the defenseman for the Lions, as he was stride for stride with the Violet player, and unfortunately instead of lifting the stick or getting a body on him, he just let him go game, and it's a little redirect right through the 5-hole. And a big lead here for the NYU just over halfway through this second period.
So the goal will go to Steven Esposito as the Violets capitalize on the man advantage. They lead by 1. Lions now trying to get that goal back as it comes into the NYU zone. Still pushing forward is Vesling. Church tries to send it in front. It's cut off. As holding forward was Johnson. Sent back in as the pass was off target. Now back out to neutral ice. As now NYU moves forward. Cambria into the zone, 2-on-1. Leaves a nice pass as Johnson tried to play it across the zone. But a good defensive play from Lindenwood. LU now moving forward. Far side pass. Mulligan trying to get past a man in front. Poked away and cleared out of the zone. NYU, too many men. Wise play from Wolf. And they're still going to get called for it. It's too many men on the ice to Lindenwood. As now we're even for too many men on the ice calls as NYU took one in that first period.
That's just a bad play there by the Lions. As that puck was coming and you could see the player coming off, seeing the puck coming at him, and you've got to do the best you can to avoid being part of that play until you're sure the man that you're relieving is off the ice.
Lindenwood thought they were good on it as Wolf tried to hold off playing that puck until everyone was clear, and refs still call it a too many men on the ice call. So Scott will come over to serve the penalty for Lindenwood. And all the momentum that Lindenwood had in that on the power will work again. 7:39 to go here in the second period. Draw one by the Violets, trying to go up by 2 here. Ripley, far side. Point save, Craig. Still loose in the slot. One shot, score! Esposito again!
Yeah, Esposito has done a great job in front of the net all night. He's known as more of a playmaker. I think these are his first 2 goals this tournament, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
And those are 2 big power play goals for Esposito as he scores within a minute of each other. 7:28 to go in the period. 3-1 in favor of NYU. It's the biggest lead we've seen in this semifinals. As the penalty now gets wiped off the board. NYU doing a great job on the power play. They're 2 for 3 tonight. Lindenwood trying to get something back as the high stick is nullified by Lindenwood. Far side. So Esposito gets his second of the night. Putting NYU up by 2. Looking for more now. Esposito in the corner. Able to shoulder off Allen. He'll hold in front. Gives it to Masota. Masota down low, Esposito. Canceled out. Able to help out is Conslato. Conslato pass a couple times knocked away by Lindenwood. Rossman just gets it out of the zone. Backhanded back in, but cut off. Moving forward now, Allen. Allen with a drive from the blue line, went wide. Rossman keeps it in for Lindenwood. Carey calling for the pass. He didn't get it as Rossman continues to wheel around the zone. Still on the far side, looking for something in front. Cambria with a block. Now a drive from Wolf. Deflected out of play with 6:26 to go.
That was right off the cage, too, of the NYU goalie. So you see him take off his helmet and try to make sure everything's okay. He probably got a nice little dent right there. But yeah, Lindenwood needs to really start picking up their shots in this period. They've been, as you saw, wheeling around. Get that shot, get it low, and crash the net.
So Lindenwood with an offensive draw here. As NYU wins it. Sent around here to the near boards. O'Hara trying to get it out. It's kept in, though, by Carey. Bounces to the top of the point. Holding on to it. A shot from Roberts. Blocked to the corner. Runger on the boards. This is going to be icing on NYU as Carey will go race after it to touch up. And with 6:07 to go, we'll have another face-off in the NYU zone. Shot still even, 13-12 in favor of Lindenwood. Here as we come down to the final quarter of this period. Bonin able to win the draw, but splits his defenders as they race back after it. Wolf up ahead. Mulligan plays it for Roberts on the far side. He's tripped up. Still pushing forward, though. Roberts, center press. Church getting a stick to it, or just kicking it out there was Neba. Now in front as Mulligan's shot blocked. As a good play here on the near side. That was by McDonald with the block. Now a shot from Church is held on by Neba.
I think Lindenwood is in a tough spot right now because even though it looks like they should start, pretty much shooting from everywhere, NYU's forwards and defensemen there have been blocking shots left and right. So really the struggle is just getting anything through to Neba, and there's no perfect solution.
Even the forwards helping out there as that was McDonald with a great block in front on that last chance. As the Lions from the point, Allen's shot blocked. Moving forward now, Shaby far side. Jorgensen rings it around the boards, comes here to the near side, kept in. But right to the Lindenwood, now an odd man rush, one-on-one. Moving in, Dahlstrom shot. Neba able to shoulder that off and hold on. As he had to hold his position there, as it almost looked like it was going to trickle past his glove hand. But he's able to make the save with 5:18 to go. Lindenwood starting to regain that momentum that they had early in this period. NYU doing a good job in the faceoff circle after Lindenwood controlled most of the draws in that first, as a shot is floated on frame and saved by Neba. We'll have a reset this time on the far side.
One thing to look at, guys, is as Neva, you can see him get more and more confident as this game is going on. On those shots that you're seeing coming, he's coming way out from the blue ice, basically taking away any time, any chance of the shots going over his shoulder.
Shot towards Neba right now, caught off by Grimm as he pushes it ahead. Masota, first line out there for NYU, firing a shot. That's easily caught by Craig, and we'll reset now, this time in the Lindenwood zone with exactly 5 minutes on the clock. Both teams will change up the lines. Actually, NYU will keep their line out there, their starting five. Lindenwood will change up their line up, though. As the Lions win the draw. Floated through the zone. It's a high stick, and it's played by Masota. It'll come all the way back to the NYU zone now. Going back and forth here with draws. As now NYU will change up their line. Under 5 minutes now to go here. 3-1 the score. The Violets on the board twice here in this second period after giving up the tying goal about halfway through the period. Lions able to send it back into the zone. Back for NYU, passing it near side. Johnson will move forward. Johnson dodges a stick check but can't hold on to the puck. It's just played to the far side by Richardson. Slapped up the far side. Cambria keeps it in, plays it down low. Johnson unable to hold on to it. It's now Carey, excuse me. Carey ahead, unable to find his man. His shot is on frame to Craig. And play to the far side, but right to Cambria drive. And out of play. Might have hit someone in front. And we'll have a face-off in the zone with 4:15 to go.
So NYU is starting to shoot from pretty much everywhere. We're noticing that. That's a good start if you're Lindenwood, because it means you're not giving them the quality chances that led to those 3 goals. Got to keep that crease clear. And just play a strict style of D that forces them to shoot from far out.
So face off on the far side. This one won by the Violets to the point. Just barely kept, no, not kept in. NYU offside, forced to retreat as Varney couldn't keep it in. AJ Gross with time for Lindenwood as he moves into the neutral zone. Chipped off the boards right to an NYU defender. As it comes near side O'Hara. Far side pass finds O'Shaughnessy. Able to settle a bouncing puck. Sent in front. Good block though from Allen. And backhanded out of the zone. Sent back in by NYU. Craig this time will come out to play it. Picking it up Allen. NYU in the middle of a change. Here comes Allen with speed. Allen will just chip it in. The rest of the Lions chase after it. Grimm first one there. Chips it up the far boards. Waiting for it. Conslato. Ahead Esposito. He's got two already. Looks for the hat trick as he fires one. That's into the chest of Craig. Gives a little love tap to Craig as he skates by as well. As now him and Allen have words for each other.
You see in the frustration of Craig right there is Esposito came in on him tight, and he wanted to let him know he does not appreciate him skating by.
So face off here on the near side. Church against Esposito. It's won by Church. Wolf back behind the net to carry. Far side pass. Mulligan back near side. Wolf will bring it in. Tried to leave it for Church. It went off of an NYU stick. And cleared all the way down. This is icing as Carey goes to touch up with 3:08 left. So going down to the final stages of the second period. Matt Coma, Tom Marr, David Kurtz, and Rassi McGibbon joining you all here for semifinal number 2 between NYU and Lindenwood. Winner plays Florida Gulf Coast tomorrow night at 7 here at the Salt Lake City Sports Complex for a national championship. As we've seen 3 days of fantastic hockey here in Salt Lake City. Continuing here tonight with our semifinal games. NYU able to get it out of the zone. Play near side Church. Has it taken away from him. As it's played to the far side. Had a streaking Conslato, but taken away. As it's sent back into the NYU zone. Grimm taking away Roberts. Roberts trying to walk in off the side of the net. Gathered by Ripley up the boards. Chandler will keep it in. He'll fire one. Trying to tip it on frame was Mulligan. Unable to do so. Chipped off the glass and out. Back to Lindenwood. D-to-D pass. Chandler. Up ahead. Church into the zone. With time. Floats one ahead. Shot. Bouncing puck caught by Neba. As they just try to float that puck in front.
Yeah, NYU's defense not letting up. They're really protecting Neba well, keeping that crease clear. It's making life really hard for Lindenwood's, scrappy forwards.
Lindenwood wins the draw. As upended was a man in front. It's number 28. That's Boning as he got upended after that faceoff. No call comes from the officials.
I'm very surprised right there, Matt, with the way that they've been calling interference off the faceoff. He basically got pitchforked right out after that puck went between the legs after the draw, and no call by the official.
Not only a no call, it comes out of the zone as Boning was still hurt. He's going to skate back to the bench now. As coming out to take his place will be Roos. He'll take the draw, this time against Johnson. Roos able to win the draw, back to his defense. Allen ready near side, he'll chip it up the boards. Gets out to the neutral zone. Puck cut off, there's a line upended here right in front of us. And it's a penalty to NYU, it's a tripping call. And it's to Cambria, so a power play opportunity for Lindenwood.
That's a huge opportunity. Put a dent in that 2-goal lead heading into the third period.
I think that might have been a makeup call there. It was a little bit of tripping, but from my vantage point, really just more of a stepping on the stick a little bit. But after what happened in the face-off dot a couple seconds ago, I think they were looking for something.
So the penalty is to Cambria. It's 2 minutes for tripping here with 2 minutes to go here in the period. As Lindenwood 0 for 4 so far tonight on the man advantage. They've had their opportunities but have not found the back of the net. A little bit of a tie-up here at the near blue line. Now pushed forward by the Violets. Walking through traffic, still loose in the slot. Picked up by Lindenwood. Good back check there for McDonald. Still moving forward. A shot for Mulligan caught by Neva, and he'll hold on with 1:35 left. So if the Lions do not convert on this power play, there will be only 4 seconds left in the period before it'll end. 1:31 left on the clock, 1:35 on the game clock. As we get ready on the far circle. Boning back out there for Lindenwood as he gets tied up off the draw, poked forward and out of play as Esposito was trying to move it forward. Almost to you over there, Dave.
They're coming after me right here.
Bucks are all over the place, not only today, all weekend, though. As it looks like NYU's claiming that was off of a Lindenwood stick. They want an outside draw. They're not going to get it from the officials. As Esposito, you see him making a gesture to the ref. NYU sends it back. Lindenwood able to get it back, though, as it's crossed the ice. Wolf, far side tipped wide. As now Boning picks it up. Up to the point, Wolf. Sets up a shot, instead gives it to Carey. Back to Wolf. This time he'll think about his shot instead, passes it. Now gets it back. Can't hold on to couldn't settle the puck. Forced to retreat. Lindenwood back into the zone. They'll just chip it down low. Waiting for it is Leslie. Played near side. Carey unable to get to it as we're in the final minute of period number 2. Still in the zone. Comes behind the net just past the stick of Boning. Now Wolf will pinch. Keeping it down low, but through the feet of Boning. Leslie able to kick it to the far corner. Slap back here to the near side by NYU, and Grimm will ice it. Craig out to play it with 35 left. 31 left in the power play, though, as it's just left alone. And it's going to be another easy attempt for NYU to clear, as that'll leave one last rush for Lindenwood to try and get something before the period ends. 14 seconds left in the power play, 15 seconds left in the game now. As moving with speed now is Chandler. Into the zone, shot is deflected and blocked and sent up into the netting out of play. 3 seconds remaining in the Cambria penalty, 7.2 on the clock.
Gary Gardner of Lindenwood was screaming at his players to move that puck up there, as they basically had wasted about 5 or 6 seconds in this power play behind the net when they needed to really be rushing up, and now see they get something with 7 seconds left here in the period.
They get a draw win, 2 shots. Just the second one just went wide as NYU back to full strength. And one last chance deflected, and that'll be it for period number 2. As the Violets give up a goal, but quickly respond with 2 power play goals by Esposito, and that's our difference. 3-1 the score after 40 minutes of play.
I think if you're NYU going into the third period here, the message is that, safe is death. We've seen some bizarre things happen at this tournament and certainly at last year's tournament. So on the other hand, if you're Lindenwood, you got 20 minutes left here. It's just, it's far from over, quite frankly.
All right, Rasty McGibbon waiting for NYU's coach, the Chris Centino. And we'll have a word with the head coach for NYU as he's standing by with Rasty McGibbon.
Our penalty kill's doing well. We just gotta find a way to stay out of the penalty box.
You guys, we're almost even after one, but you guys have come back and scored 2 unanswered. Are you okay with that, Kushner? Or you just want to keep pressing?
Yeah, it's always good to have a lead, but we want to keep pushing forward. We're a type of team that has to go, and we definitely want to sit back. It's a game of special teams, and right now we're in that battle.
You guys yesterday resting some guys against Liberty. Do you think that's given you a bit of an advantage, having it locked up after 2 games?
No, I don't think so. I mean, listen, our mindset's always stayed the same, whether it's a big game or just an exhibition game or whatever it is. It's we played today's no different.
Coach, thanks very much for this. Good luck in the next 20.
Thanks, bud.
Matt, now up to you in the Veterans of Foreign War Memorial Gondola.
All right, thank you, Dave. As the Violets up by 2, they're 1 period away from the national championship game. When we come back, we'll have your third period as the Violets of New York University lead the Lions of Lindenwood by a score of 3-1 after the second period. We'll be back with the third period in about 15 minutes, but right now we'll send it downstairs as Rusty McGibbon was able to catch up with the commissioner of the ACHA Division II. Mike Radokovich got to talk with Rusty McGibbon earlier today, and you'll hear his interview here next during the intermission. 3-1 in favor of the Violets heading into the third.
Rusty McGibbon with ACHA Division II Commissioner Mike Radokovich. Mike, thanks for being on with us.
Great.
Tell us what you've thought of the tournament so far. You know, we've been together 10 years since that time back in Auburn Hills. We've come a long way. Tell me what you think of just the product this year.
I think every year you can just see steady improvement and growth of the ACHA. You know, we have to look back at the strong teams of the past that have set the bar high. With like Life University, Davenport, Oakland, the teams that have set the bar just so high, and the rest of the field has just caught up, and then to Florida Gulf Coast, another great performance over time, and just like I said, just overall general from top to the bottom, the top 16 teams that are here, just such a high talent level, and from the growth over 10 years ago, I don't think there's any comparison at this point.
Can you speak just briefly about the quality of tournament and really the job that the University of Utah has done in putting on this tournament?
Yeah, AJ Bolden, especially being the point man for us here, turned the broadcast and that too over to through his school, and just has so many volunteers, such quality product in that too. But then again, AJ's been involved in the ACHA for the last 7-8 years, and everything he's done has turned to gold. It's not a surprise that things have done here. A lot of quality people, quality product on the ice, a beautiful facility here in Salt Lake. And, everything has just followed suit with what we would have expected from him.
How do you like the fact it's on YouTube? I think that's pretty cool, personally.
I think that's absolutely fabulous, and that too, that we're working with the local groups here to help harness that for the entire ACHA, because as we've done in the past, just to try to keep giving away, those of you that don't know, that we've really strived hard to try to give away the product for free. I mean, we're not looking to make money with it. We want to give it away, but we have to have avenues to do that, and having the technology from their group, and we've done a good job over the last few years, be it our group themselves, to try to grasp what we know at that time and then improve on it. And this is another huge step for us, and we hope in the future to be able to do that regularly for all the ACHA groups.
If we look back to 10 years ago when you and I met, just speak about how the ACH has grown over 10 years and even how much it's grown in the last year.
The ACHA over the last 10 years too, we've just put so many new rules in just to improve the quality of the teams, to make sure that we can ensure to get the best teams here, to have the best teams winning, with like regional playoffs that we have in multiple ACHA divisions. Overall, the work with USA Hockey, World University Games team, sending teams to Europe, and that too, that at every phase and at every turn, that there are just a lot of things that help just improve the level of the play, the level of the best players, and if we improve the level of the best players, the rest of the thing, everything else seems to kind of follow suit. We've just with a lot of people, ACHA is not what it was back in the day. A lot of people work very hard for the professionalism and the quality of our products across the board with all the teams. A lot of, we have, I think, 49 states where we have teams now. So, just it gets bigger and bigger, and our affiliation with USA Hockey helps with that. In Europe, we were well known throughout Europe after all so many years with our Division II, Division III elite teams going there. So it's, like I said, and it keeps heading in a higher direction than that too. That we've been through Europe, we've talked and had some meetings on trying to get that select team to Japan. Very good. Is one of our next things that we're looking to do. May not happen this next year, but probably 2 years down the road. Don't be surprised if we hit a new continent to spread the love that is the ACHA.
How do you feel that the 4 teams in the final representing each one of the regions really speaks to the homogeneity of talent across the country in all 4 regions?
Yeah, in the past, I remember back when I was coaching back in the day that there always seemed to be one region that kind of dominated having the teams here. But then again, the quality of the players coming out of Arizona or coming out of California or coming, from the South. Now you look at Florida Gulf Coast. There are some American players, there are some Canadian players, there are some Southern players on that team too. There's a player from Colombia on the team.
That's right. Yeah.
We've kind of tried to make sure that our coaches are turning over every rock they can to find every quality player, and not only find them, but get them to come to the ACHA and come and play. Because, like I said, there are no scholarships for playing hockey, but to maybe help them try to look for or search for scholarships or other reasons to come to those universities.
Between now and when you have your annual meeting in Naples, give us a little teaser about the All-Star Challenge.
All-Star Challenge will be there in Westchester, Pennsylvania, April 17th to the 19th. There'll be 14 all-star teams, approximately 300 players, 70 coaches and officials. And we have, I know that Division I has an East-West all-star game for them. We have 14 affiliate leagues in Division II. They're all sending all-star teams to them. We've done it in the past. It's great fun for the players. A great way for the best players to be seen by the coaches and the select team. But it's also a great way for quality players that have played their whole career and want to go out, and that too. It's I don't want to call it like a love fest, but it's like I said, it's all the best players, and it's just turned out well every time. Every time we've done it every year, people have tried to get us to do it every year, but it's just such a huge, massive event that we cut it to every other year, and we're going to do everything in our power this year to try to get it on YouTube as well.
Well, on behalf of David Kurtz and myself, I'd like to publicly thank you for the last 10 years that Dave and I have been involved. It's been an absolute hoot, and we look forward to it year after year. And any closing thoughts?
No, thank you to the guys. Without you guys and all the people helping do the broadcast, some of the faces change, some of them don't change, but the quality keeps getting better. So we'll try to do it another 10 years and see where we are.
Mike, thanks very much for this. Now back to the guys up in the Veterans of Foreign Wars Memorial Gondola.
All right, hockey fans, welcome back to Salt Lake City as we get ready for the third and final period. Hope maybe final period if this result holds between NYU and Lindenwood. The Violets ahead by thanks to 2 power play goals in that second period by Esposito. As the Lions have some work to do to try and get back in it. Winner plays Florida Gulf Coast tomorrow night. Matt Coma, Tom Marr, David Kurtz, Rasmus McGibbon all here with you. So we get ready for the third period. We've seen a lot of great hockey here as the teams meet at center ice. No penalties carry over into this period. NYU in the black and purple jerseys moving right to left. Lindenwood in the white, gold, and black jerseys moving left to right. As the penalty, there's no penalties on the board as our period is now underway for period number 3 between the Lions and Violets here on Utah Hockey Game Day Live. Teams battling for it in the Lindenwood zone. As it's sent up the far boards. Center pass now near side, Wolf across the zone. It's tipped off a couple sticks, no icing. As it's sent up the far side, does get past the line defense. Going back is Carey. He'll play near side Lindenwood, or NYU almost with too many men on the ice that time. So they were caught in the middle of a change. Just whacked at a couple times by Lindenwood, sent into the offensive zone. After it first is Carey. Carey near side, trying to find Roberts, but his stick was checked by the Violets and floated all the way back down. As Lindenwood almost tips it in its own net as they had trouble holding on. Chandler had trouble holding on to it. A shot is saved by Craig. Kick to the far side. Lindenwood a little bit out of sorts here to start this third period. As now Rossman ahead. NYU tries to clear only to the point. Allen shot redirected a couple times. Shot saved by Neba and held on as we have more pushing and shoving in front. But a great save from the Violet tender.
It's like the first time in a while, it seems like, that Lindenwood has been able to actually get the puck to Jack Neba. And NYU's defense responding the same way they have all game. Just protecting him, giving him enough room to hold on to that puck. Making sure the Lindenwood forwards don't chip it loose or get a rebound.
Lions need 2 to get back in this if they want to play Florida Gulf Coast tomorrow. Lions with the draw, quick passes. Bruce will fire 2 times, both blocked as they move forward with O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy into the zone, checked by Chandler, comes behind the net. Allen, he's rubbed out, but still holds on to the puck. Finally poked away from it, still loose. Rossman was waiting for a pass, and it's a turnover to the point. A shot, redirected a couple times, had a man near side as O'Hara just went off his stick. Shot pushed aside by Craig as it went off the side of the net. And Lindenwood moves forward. Chandler, he gets bumped off the puck, but right to Rossman, still moving in. Rossman's shot saved Neba, jammed it twice, 3 times, and all saved as Neba again comes up big.
Things getting a bit chippier here. A lot of heated one-on-one battles, but one thing that's remained consistent, NYU's defense is protecting Neba. It's probably something they didn't do a great job of against Grand Valley State. A lot of Grand Valley State's goals, and they scored 6 of them, were rebounds and right in front, right in the crease there.
So we'll face off on the far side. Lindenwood with 2 good chances to start this period. To the point, Wolf drive just wide. Over to the far side, Carey keeps it down low. Unable to pull it forward was Leslie. Wolf will pinch down low in the corner. Back behind for Leslie. Sent in front, cut off though by NYU. As the sent it back out of the zone by Jorgensen. Craig out of his net as there was no icing. Wolf tried to play it up the boards, taken away. As it's as a pass was to the point, it was through the feet of Jorgensen. As racing back though was Golette. He plays for Jorgensen. Past the blue line, chipped into the zone. Racing after it here in the near corner, getting to it first Morgan. Played up the near boards, sent back down by Jorgensen. Violet's in the middle of a change here. Gross. Able to dodge the stick check as he backhands it into the zone. DDD pass behind the net. Varney holding as he tries the home run pass too far ahead of Conslato. As it's just played at forward now, here's Church. Backhand across the zone, it's high stick on NYU. Excuse me. As the NYU The Violets are called for a high sticking call. It'll be just a face-off in their own zone with 16:55 to go.
Carrion Wolf, the defenseman for Lindenwood, just played a really long shift. I think they're going to see a lot of ice time here in the third with time running out for Lindenwood to make something happen.
Back underway is the puck over on the far corner. 2-on-2 battle. Sent up the far side. Picked up. Esposito ahead. Consolado, far side off the Zam doors. Picked up by Allen. Allen will chip it up and out of the zone. Back to Ripley. Near side pass too far from Minnesota. Back to Chandler. Chandler gets it back off his stick near side. Trying to get it past the NYU forwards and does, just getting it out of the zone. Backhanded pass cut off, and now NYU on a 2-on-1. Consolado, a shot, rebound, just went wide. Kept in by the Violets. Ripley down low. Minnesota was waiting for that rebound. As now the Lions move forward now. A shot blocked here to the near side. Cambria trying to push it forward. Poked away by Carey. It's batted out of the air. No high sticking on this one. As Richardson plays it forward for Cambria. Stumbling as he tried to play it forward. Makes a nice move to Richardson, who gets upended. And now Lindenwood, a 4-on-3 opportunity. Ahead to Scott. Now Wolf walking in, shot, getting a piece of it with somebody in front, still loose. And hacked out by NYU. Near side pass, too far for Scott. Settles back to NYU. Gillette up ahead, Richardson. Far side, Lindenwood in a change. Gross will try to play it down low, cut off at the blue line. As now Gross around the boards. Fortunato holding. Moving forward now is Fortunato up ahead. Cut off though by Gross in the neutral zone. Now Lindenwood again in the offensive zone. A shot went too high. And it'll be a delayed call on the Violets here as the Lions draw a penalty. It's a hooking call as Dahlstrom was dragged along. And it will be number 4, Dan Fortunato for NYU. And the 5th power play for Lindenwood of the night coming up here with 14:55 to go.
While there's a lot of time left in this game and goals can come fast, I think this is getting into a situation where it might be time for Lindenwood to need to score because they're having a lot of trouble in 5-on-5 getting more than just one rush. NYU doing a great job of making sure if that puck gets into their zone, they, even if it's shot at, it's quickly cleared out and they come back on the rush.
So Lindenwood goes to work, a shot saved by Neba with 14:51 to go. It's a big power play here for Lindenwood, as Dave just mentioned. As the clock continues to wind down, 14:51 left in this third period. Reset on the near circle. It's won by the Violets to the near corner. Ripley plays it to Grimm. Tried to clear it up the boards. Was taken away, though, as Mulligan to the point. Wolf walking in. Drive was blocked and cleared. Stumbling and making that clearing attempt was O'Shaughnessy. Lions moving forward once again. This time Church backhands it to Carey. Floated pass. Able to get a stick to it. Nice play by Mulligan as he tries to send one in front off an NYU stick. Settled by Church. Holding down with 1:24 left in the power play is Church to Wolf. One time save by Neba. Back to the point, Wolf. Far side. Carey back to Wolf, top of the point. Wrist shot through traffic. Might have caught a piece of someone, but goes wide. Oh, is this going to be a penalty on Lindenwood for a check from behind here? As it was Mulligan, as the NYU player is down after that hit from behind by Mulligan.
Yeah, that's Art Grimm, 6'3", 210. Not an easy guy to take down. Just a brutal play there.
Dave, you had a better look at it than we did over here as it was in this corner.
Yeah, what really happened was they were coming out, and I think that he was just trying, the Lindenwood player looked like he was just trying to shove the guy, kind of move him a little bit, but the way he was coming out of that corner, the NYU player landed pretty awkwardly and kind of fell forward. But you could tell right away that it wasn't an intentional hit necessarily, as the Lindenwood player immediately got down and was trying to help him make sure that he got help with. It's got to be a penalty, but it's not. It's one of those things I just think if he had been standing up straight like they normally are around the boards, and he probably would have just been bounced off and kept right on playing.
All right, so we'll play 4-on-4 hockey here for a minute 4 as it's just a 2-minute minor for boarding. As Mulligan dodges that major penalty or even a double minor penalty. Only 2 minutes goes up on the board as Grimm was able to get up and skate back to the bench on his own power. Good to see from him.
Yeah, and if you're Lindenwood, you're going to have to kill this thing off. Grimm is one of NYU's top penalty killers, so you just took him off the ice. You're going to have hopefully some momentum from this kill. It's a good start one way or the other, although you don't like to see it.
So 13:59 to go. The penalty was 2 minutes to boarding. It was to number 8, John Mulligan. As we're playing 4-on-4 hockey here for another minute. NYU will get about a 50-second power play once the 4-on-4 is concluded. Open space now as Rossman moves into the zone. Dodges a stick check, trying to play it in front. Instead keeps going. It's going to be a delayed call on NYU as they play the puck. It'll be 4-on-3 for a slashing call. And it'll be on Johnson. Or excuse me, it'll be, I believe it's on Johnson, as he was pressuring. No, it's going to be number 25. It's going to be, yes, it is Johnson. So I was correct.
It's definitely been frustrating to watch NYU take so many tripping and slashing penalties these past few games. For a team that skates so well, it's particularly frustrating for them to settle and not want to win the races and keep their feet moving.
So now a lot of open ice for Lindenwood. A 4-on-3 power play here. As it goes D to D. Carey back to Wolf. Playing catch now sent down low Church. Church to Wolf. Blocked. Good play though by McDonald. Comes back to the Lions. Quick one time. Church redirects. Shot was tipped wide. As Church was a good look. Lions still in control. 4-on-3 for another 10 seconds. It'll be 4-on-4 here. As Fortunato will come out of the box. Standing by. Wolf moves to the top of the circle to Church. Walking in. Holding. Shoots. Blocked by McDonald and floated out of the zone. Now a 4-on-4 odd one-on-one rush for a shot. Saved by Craig as Fortunato was coming in and a good wise cover from Craig. And we'll reset with 12:44 to go.
I just don't understand that power play right there for Lindenwood. You're down 4-3 or down 3-1. You have a 4-on-3 for about 35 seconds, and they got one shot that wasn't even a shot. It was blocked. They needed to be attacking that and trying to get themselves at least 3 or 4 shots, quality opportunities before it goes to 4-on-4.
Definitely, and I think they're utilizing Wolf and Carey a lot, the two defensemen that can shoot the puck really well. Problem is the forwards aren't getting their sticks on those shots or creating deflections. The shots are just going wide.
All right, back to 4-on-4 hockey here for another minute, or 45 seconds, excuse me. Then Lindenwood will have another 15-second power play. As both teams' power plays were wiped out, as we had a little rash of penalties here in this third period. Cross ice pass, Allen moving forward. Stops at the blue line and sends it in as it's gathered by Gillette near side. Just pushed forward. Masota ahead. He'll fire a shot. It's in the chest of Craig, and he'll hold on. With just 10 seconds left in the Lindenwood penalty. So a lot more stoppages and penalties in this game than we saw in the first semifinal. As both teams have had a lot of chances to score on the man advantage here tonight. Of course, NYU is now 2 for 4 with the man advantage. Lindenwood's still 0 for 6. It'll be 0 for 7 if they can't convert on this next one that is coming right now as they have a brief 25-second power play. Pass cut off by Esposito. He gets it back into Lindenwood's zone. Pass up the near side, 18 left. Now a shot from Mulligan. Save Neba. Loose in front. Poked at. And another save by Neba. Bouncing puck on the far side. Holding it in were the Lions as the penalty now is ready to come to a close. NYU now back to full strength as we get closer to the 11-minute mark. A pass in front was fanned on as the Violet's clear. Craig comes out of the ice to nullify the icing as NYU gets to it first. Johnson Fresh out of the box, give the near side. Well, Richardson looks for the near corner, but Craig got a piece of it. Now set near side, easy goal for Richardson. It's 4-1.
Great job there by Davey Johnson. He's got one of the best shots, probably the best shot. Real quick release for NYU, using the boards there to create an opportunity for Richardson, who was waiting on the far side of the net. And we've seen that combination a lot throughout the regular season and the playoffs. Johnson to Richardson.
The NYU fans that made the trip here from New York loving it on the far side as their Violets are up by 3 with just 11 minutes to go here in this game. Lindenwood needs a goal here and quickly if they want to get back in it. Pass to Allen, far side, just touched along by Scott. Roos will get to it first for Lindenwood. Trying to settle it to Scott down low in the corner. Pressured by one player, now Rossman helps out. Rossman takes a bump and cleared off the puck, now moving forward Cambria. Tried to play it for O'Shaughnessy, taken away though. As it's kicked away by Rossman back to the Lindenwood defense. Trying to play it forward. It's going to go all the way down. No icing as it looked like Golek was going to get a stick to it in time. As now moves forward now with Varney. Getting close to the halfway point now. 4-1 NYU. Back to Lindenwood. Roberts ahead. Rossman. Rossman near side. He's met by 3 NYU players. As it's taken away, helping out Church. Now to the point with time. Chandler a drive. It's blocked by McDonald. Far side. Carey unable to hold on to it. NYU near side pass. McDonald. Send to the far side. Craig gets a stick to it. Settles it down. As Mulligan backhands it behind. Chandler. Past the halfway point of the third period as Mulligan moves forward. He'll fire a shot. It's deflected off the glass. NYU is speed trying to get out of the zone, unable to get it as Roberts keeps it in. Still retreating in the corner, giving it to the point. Gross with time, fire, save, Neba and covered. Held on, 9:22 to go. Timeout on the ice, we'll take it as well. 9:22 left in this semifinal. The Violets ahead by 3. We'll be back with the rest of the third period here in just a couple minutes. You're watching the ACHA Division II National Semifinals here on Utah Hockey Game Day Live.
The 2015 ACHA Men's Division II National Championships on Utah Hockey Game Day Live are brought to you by USA Hockey, USA Junior Hockey Magazine, Barron Championship Rings, the official championship ring supplier of the ACHA, Mr. Hotshine Car Wash, and the Red Lion Hotel located in downtown Salt Lake City.
All right, welcome back here. 4-1 in favor of the Violets. Only 9:21 away from advancing to the national championship game for the first time in school history. They'll take on the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles if they can hold on to this result. As Dave, you've been a part of these national tournaments for a long time now, and this run by NYU eerily similar to one national champion that won last year.
Yeah, that's right. The only difference is that UNH actually lost their first game and moved on, but you have a Super East Northeast team, kind of a little undersized, had a freshman goalie who came in late. For NYU, it was because of an injury, and for UNH, it was because of just a change that they did in the Super East, which playoff game, which also NYU won the Super East championship, and they took on FGCU last year. So we'll have to see if deja vu happens for the Super East tomorrow, if NYU holds on.
And it'd be deja vu again as that Super East Conference champion would take on a Florida Gulf Coast team in the championship game as NYU moves forward. Trying to jam it on the near side. Craig gets a suck to it. It's still loose. And we get a whistle. It's sitting there right there on the goal line as Craig never got a full hold on it, but it is a penalty coming up. And it is to Lindenwood. It's to Wolf, and it's a cross check.
And the Violets are not easing up. They get it. They understand. Even with 9 minutes left here, got to go hard, and they were really disappointed with their performance in pool play last year against Lindenwood. Let up, I think, 2 or 3 power play goals in that game, or shorthanded goals. So it's almost like they're playing with a vengeance here.
So NYU's been very good on the power play, and other penalties coming up on Lindenwood as the whistle blows with 8:40. It's going to be tripping, and it's going to be to Roberts. As I was going to mention, NYU is 2 for 3 on the power play tonight. They're going to have a great chance to add to that number with 8:40 left here. 1:53 of 5-on-3 time.
I think Lindenwood's just getting tired here. Can't quite keep up with some of NYU's faster forwards. They're being forced to, slash and trip and take minor penalties.
So it's an extended 5-on-3. Penalty is to number 16, Brendan Roberts. It's 2 minutes for tripping. As the Violets have a chance to shut the door here in this one. Puck kicks out to the top of the point. Walking in, near side, Johnson, far side. Galette back to Johnson, goes down low, trying to settle it was Cambria. And we'll try again. Back to the point. Galette, near side, Johnson shot, blocked in front. Kept in the zone though. Galette walking in, back door at Cambria, net's off, still loose near side, and finally we get the whistle as the net was dislodged as Craig slid across. And it will be with 8:12 to go. Both teams will make, Lindenwood unable to change due to the net being dislodged. NYU will change its power play unit though.
Grimm is back out there for NYU, so it's good to see that he's doing okay.
As he took that check from behind just a couple minutes ago, he was shaken up but did get back to the bench. As now NYU's top line goes to work. Ripley at the point. 1:17 left in the 5-on-3 as Ripley gets it back, goes for the far corner, missed it by just a couple inches. Kept in now by Grimm, far side. Masota looking to the point, back to Grimm. Now a minute left in the first power penalty as across the ice, getting a piece of it I think was Ruse as it never got to Craig. Up top, Grimm walking in, a shot went wide. 48 seconds left in the first penalty. As Ripley walks in, has a man back door, but off the stick of Gross. Stays in the zone though. Masota cross the ice to Ripley, walking in, pucked away, but right back to NYU. Ripley with an opening that time. His shot is blocked. It's underneath Gross as he sprawls, and a good clear attempt from Carey, and all 3 lines will change.
You see the difference between NYU's 5-on-3 and Lindenwood's. That NYU looking to get that shot, also looking to get that quick pass over to the guy back door.
NYU one last chance here, only 10 left in the 5-on-3 as it's sent back door, loose near side. Richardson almost had at it. Now to the point, Ripley walking in, only one man to beat, a shot, save Craig, still loose near side. Sent in front, first penalty over, still loose in the slot. Ripley fires one that's just wide now. Both penalties have expired. Lindenwood's still in it as they bring it up the near side. It's out of play off the netting. And we get a stoppage of play with 6.5 to go. A great kill from the Lions, not giving up a goal there. They stayed down by 3.
Seems like the Violets have finally figured out how to get consistent scoring opportunities. And a lot of it has to do with not necessarily, aiming for the goaltender there. You aim for the boards, you try and get a deflection, send as many guys to the front of the net and try to create a screen. Use Lindenwood's defenseman as a screen. Got to get creative here at the national tournament if you want to put the puck in the net.
Lindenwood as the home team making a late change here as they're allowed to do so. They have the last change in instances like this. 6.5 to go in this game as Lindenwood wins the draw back. D-to-D pass Gross. Lindenwood's got to hurry. They need a goal here soon. NYU looking to put the kibosh on this one as it comes to the point. O'Shaughnessy rings it off the crossbar. Lions now move forward. Just poking it ahead is Dahlstrom. Holding in the corner. Off of a skate. Bounces forward. And now O'Shaughnessy and O'Hara 2-on-1. O'Shaughnessy, a glove save from Craig. With 5:59 to go, the Violets that close to closing the door on this one.
Yeah, if you're an NYU fan, it's definitely nice to see NYU keeping up the pressure here and not getting too arrogant with a 3-goal lead.
Well, we saw it bite the team in the backside with Montclair yesterday, losing to Arizona State, playing that using that not to lose mentality. Ended up doing them in New York with a shot, backhand. Just getting a piece of it was Craig, as it was redirected by Shaby. Puck gets out of the zone. New York back in possession as it's backhanded in by Jorgensen. Craig out to play it. Sent up the far side off the referee's skate. Still loose. Those Jorgensen shot, score! Jorgensen! 5-1 in favor of the Violets.
And yeah, Jorgensen's another guy with a great release. He was a freshman last year. Produced a lot of offense, slowed down a little bit this year. I think he took on more of a two-way role. But with size like that, I think NYU is willing to use him either way, on the defensive side of the puck or on the offensive side there, with a great shot from the hash marks.
So the Violets extend the lead to 4 with about 5 minutes to go. Violets trying to move forward yet again as it's taken away. D-to-D pass near side Chandler. A head poke back to Chandler. Try to glove it down with Ruse. It's going to be played near side. Could have been a hand pass, but not called. A Scott backhanded pass is cut off, and another puck goes into the scorekeeper's box. And they'll keep that puck. A souvenir for one of the staff here, I presume, or they'll just hold on to it. With 5:13 to go. (5-1) the score in favor of the Violets. 5 minutes away from their first trip to a national championship game. As they jam in front, Neba has it underneath them. Still loose, they hack at it, now the net is dislodged. With 5:06 left, Neba had no clue where that was. Neither did the ref, as... Well, clearly the ref knew where that puck was, or he would have blown it dead. As the net came off, we'll reset down low with 5:06 to go. As Neba will leave, and a late goaltending change for the Violets, as Alex Hardman will take over the pipes for NYU.
And I think that's kind of a protection idea. You don't want a goaltender to take a bad penalty, get hit late, even because you know NYU's going to have to bring everything, try to get in close, try to bang some stuff in. You don't want him to take a late injury, so he's out, and he'll sit and watch for the last 5:06.
5:06 to go. Lindenwood will face a new tender now as it's sent to the far side. A shot redirected through traffic as we have 4:58 to go in the period. Rossman holding near side. As it's taken away by NYU. Masota ahead, just plays it near side. Conslato ahead. Masota score!
It's that first line for NYU. They just got great chemistry. It's the senior Nico Masota playing with two freshmen in Esposito and Conslato. Conslato's been amazing in this tournament. I think he's got 4 goals. Scored the game winner against Northern Arizona. So it speaks to NYU's depth to have a freshman contributing like that, and obviously Nico Masota, the senior, it's his last ride. Important for him to make a big impact.
So the score is now 6-1, and now a goaltending change for Lindenwood as Craig's night is done. Ogren will take the spot for Lindenwood for the final 5 minutes, so 2 new goaltenders, 1 aside. Here in a 6-1 game under 5 minutes to go. And Lindenwood trying to get one back here as the shot was held up by NYU. Now they'll move forward, 2-on-2. Richardson has one already. He gets it taken away from. And now Lindenwood moves forward. Just getting to the red line is Church. His dump attempt was batted down at the blue line. Lindenwood offside, but Mulligan thought it was offside, but it was waved off. As the refs at this point will most likely just try and keep this game going as a backhanded pass a little too forward for Mulligan. And backhanded hard off the glass and sent all the way down. As Cambria goes down right in front of his bench, he's in a heap. as we're getting a whistle as Cambria went for, I believe, a change. And he's down.
I think he got hit by somebody on Lindenwood, given the reactions from coaches Centino and Martin of NYU. We might get a penalty here, actually.
And it is a penalty. It's going to be on Mulligan, so he was helped into that.
Matt, however, this penalty is not being assessed for whatever may or may not have happened in front here. They're actually saying Lindenwood had 2 men on the ice. So that's 6 men.
Gotcha.
All right, thank you, Dave. That's the beauty of having broadcasters on both sides. We get to see all the sides of the play. We'll be doing this again tomorrow night. We'll all be on the call tomorrow, as we'll, at this point, unless we see a miraculous comeback from the Lions, it'll be new NYU against Florida Gulf Coast for the 2015 National Championship. Florida Gulf Coast looking for their 2nd title in school history. NYU will look for its first in its first appearance in the championship game. NYU, of course, lost to New Hampshire last year in Boston, as they looked for their 2nd last year. NYU will look for their first title ever tomorrow, barring something unprecedented happening here in the final 4 minutes. So a penalty is too many men on the ice for Lindenwood. So NYU is on the power play. They are now 2 for 5 as it comes in front. They score! It's off the back of Ogren and in. And the deficit now 6.
And it's Esposito again. As I said earlier, he had a tough time putting the puck in the net throughout this tournament, or early on in this tournament, I should say. It was a bit frustrating for him, but he's broken through today. And they're going to need him. They're going to need him to be big tomorrow as well in the championship game.
So that is Esposito's goal. It's his hat trick, as he becomes the 2nd player this tournament, if my stats are correct, to record a hat trick. Dupree was the other one from Florida Gulf Coast, and it is Esposito. It's a hat trick goal as Grimm's down. That's Morgan down back in the NYU zone. And we get a whistle, as I believe we have a penalty or it was offside here in the final minutes here. Morgan was able to get back up and get back to the bench, as it'll be a face-off outside the zone, so it was offside. So 3:17 to go. Here's 7-1 as the Violets have just pulled away here in the 3rd. Lindenwood wins the draw. Moving forward now is I think that's Emery on the far side. And Lindenwood is offside. They're still offside. So they need to tag up. Chasing after it is Drury. Still chasing it as the refs still haven't blown. Now they will. They'll call the offside with 2:50.
To be honest, that should actually be intentional offside, because Lindenwood made no effort whatsoever to clear out, and he had plenty of time to hear what the official yelling that he was offside.
No intentional offside given, however, as it'll just be a face-off in front of the NYU zone, or in front of the NYU bench.
Not exactly sure what's going on, but the head coach for NYU walked over right to where I was and was yelling something across to the head coach, the coaches over at Lindenwood. So obviously in the 7-1 game, there's some heated emotions still running on both sides.
Well, we saw this in the games that didn't have a whole lot of gumption to them yesterday, as we saw a couple of hotheads unravel in some of the games yesterday that didn't have semifinal implications, as the shot from Wolf went wide, and now the Violets move forward 2-on-1. Far side, Shaby. He'll shoot and score. Shaby now on the board.
And he broke the net, folks. The puck is stuck in the top corner of the net.
A great shot from David Shaby, and it's now 8-1.
That 4th line for NYU is
the 4th line for NYU.
Had two great games now in a row. Really the only silver lining in yesterday's game against Liberty, in which they must have played it well over 20 minutes, and just capitalized on that, put together a real solid game.
Now as the Lions win the draw, we're verging on the largest margin of victory here for the tournament. The total, the best number is 8, which was done to this NYU team, ironically enough, yesterday, a 9-1 loss. May lead 8-1 here with still 2 minutes to go. As Shaby fans on the shot, maybe a little too much energy after scoring that last one, as Lindenwood will hold it in their zone. 1:47 left. Ahead far side off the stick of Dahlstrom. His pass cut off the glass. Pass cut off by Mulligan. He'll fire a shot. Redirected just wide. As it's sent in front, Hardman makes his first save of the game. As it's kept in by Gross. NYU out of the zone, floating in near side, glove down on the blue line by Gross as he holds as we get closer to 1 minute to go in this one, as the Violets will head to the championship game tomorrow night, 7 o'clock here at the Salt Lake City Sports Complex. As we get a penalties coming here, as
they're going to put both of them in. Those guys, both players were starting to jostle a little bit, and I think in an 8-1 game with a minute left, the referee, John Thompson, just says, all right, boys, you're just going to go sit for 2. We're not going to let anything get out of control. Matt, in my time in 10 years broadcasting, I've seen games that have gotten this lopsided in pool play, sometimes even starting to stretch out as in a semifinal or a final when a goalie's pulled because teams are trying to kind of come back. But I cannot remember a semifinal game that has been this lopsided ever.
8-1 is a hard number to come to, especially with the caliber of teams that we see here year in and year out. As just a fantastic game for the Violets here tonight, as they scored early and often, as this goes all the way down for icing. Tab touched up with 54.2 to go. As it was a good game throughout probably the first half. The Violets started to pull away with about 10 minutes to go in the second period, and they did not look back, scoring 7 unanswered goals after they gave up the goal to tie it about halfway through the second period. So final minute here, Lindenwood trying to end here on a positive note, trying to get a goal before the horn sounds. As a turnover, moving forward is Morgan. Morgan will backhand its glove down and pushed forward though, as we have the final 35 seconds ahead. Moving forward now is Camden. It's the first time we've called his number tonight, as Lindenwood using the rest of the bench. Teams battling down low. Picked up by NYU, trying just to hold on for the last 20 seconds here. Jake Zimmerman plays it behind, as it's going to be just held on by Peter Jorgensen. And final 10 seconds, the Violets advance to their first ever national championship game. 2 seconds and 1. The Violets win semifinal number 2 and advance to play Florida Gulf Coast in this year's national championship.
Great moment for the program. Coach Centino took over the team about 5 years ago when it wasn't looking too good, when certainly NYU wasn't competing in a postseason situation. And over the course of those 5 years, a lot has changed. And it's just a big moment for him and assistant coach Mike Martin, Dan Fortunato Sr., and general manager Elizabeth Miller.
As the teams go through the handshake lines here, we'll hear from NYU in here in a hot second, as Rassi McGibbon is standing by down on the ice. As the Violets make it to their first ever national championship game, they'll look for their first ever title as well against the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles. We want to remind everybody we will be here tomorrow. 7 o'clock is when the game starts. Tickets are available at skatingutes.com, or join us here on the broadcast. But for right now, we'll send it down to Rassi McGibbon as he's standing by with Nico Masota. Or we'll believe he's standing by with Nico as he has a couple words with the forward. Now we'll send it down to Rassi, who's standing by with Masota.
Rassi McGibbon with Nico Masota. It was 3-1 after 2 periods. And then what happened?
We just wanted to keep turning up. We were playing Grand Valley, couple days back, and they were up 2 on us, and we thought what they were feeling in the locker room is what we could have been feeling in the locker room. We didn't want that to happen again, so we just wanted to turn up the tempo and keep forechecking hard.
So in terms of the locker room, what was said in the locker room during the second intermission that got you guys out storming like this?
No quit, safe as death, safe as death. He just wanted to get the pucks out, nothing in the D zone, and then just get that forecheck going, get pucks to the net.
With such a big win here tonight, what's the message going forward tomorrow as you're going to meet a pretty impressive Florida Gulf team as well?
Yeah, today means nothing. Today means nothing. It's done with. We're focused on Florida Gulf now. We know they're a really good, skilled, fast team, and we just got to keep up the intensity.
Anybody you want to say hello to at home, look up at the camera there and tell them hi.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Mom.
Where's home?
Hamden, Connecticut.
Hamden, Connecticut. Very good. Congratulations. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Now back to you guys. Hi in the Veterans of Foreign Wars Memorial Gondola.
All right, thank you, Rasty. As we conclude our semifinal round here at the 2015 ACHA Men's Division II National Championships, we've played 26 games over 4 days. We have 1 game left at 7 o'clock tomorrow night here at the Salt Lake City Sports Complex. It'll be the New York University Violets against the Florida Gulf Coast University Eagles, with a championship on the line. For everybody here with Utah Hockey Game Day Live, for everyone that was part of this broadcast, for Tom Marr, for Rasty McGibbon, for David Kurtz, I'm Matt Coma, Josh Hafley, everyone that's been helping us out. We'll see you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, for the championship game between NYU and FGCU as the Violets beat the Lions 8-1 here in semifinal number 2. This is Matt Coma signing off from Salt Lake City. We'll see you tomorrow night.